I know it's been a busy couple of days now, but have you gotten a chance to really soak everything in, man? Have you really gotten the chance to really soak everything in, just take it all in?
Yeah, I would say so. It ain't been really that much, to take all in. I've been waiting on this my whole life, so I just want to play football.
Yeah, talking about that, wanting to play football, how do you like this challenge now, man? You go into Tennessee, a team that was 3-14 last year. Now, it's up to you, well, not just you, but the whole team, to take that challenge and turn this into a winning organization.
I think there's a lot of stuff that goes into play. I think they were better than a 3-14 team last year, but in the NFL it's hard to win games week in and week out. So, it's going to be adversity for us, but, we're willing to go through it together, this year, try to have a better outcome.
You talk about, your journey started off in San Antonio at UIW, then you go to Washington State, then Miami. How did each stop help you develop to the quarterback that you are now, that got you to be the #1 overall pick?
I think I just learned a lot from different coaches, different schemes I played in at all 3 stops. But I just think I've grown every year, just with my footwork and, getting through progressions, letting my eyes, take me places on the field that I need to see. But I'm excited to get to work with Coach Callahan and my teammates, and, I'm blessed to be in this position.
Now, I know some people have compared you kind of like Patrick Mahomes and some of the guys that you've looked up to, Lamar Jackson and whatnot. What do you take from them, and then how do you establish yourself, your identity, Cam Ward, your style?
Just seeing, what they did early to be successful in the league, trying to watch as much on them as I can. Then also just being my own self, being my own teammate, being a team player, then also, playing the play style that I've always played with.
And last one, Cam. From all of this, just what's the most important thing for you?
Football. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Like it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Finally, to the point, Cameron's like, Mama, please don't say anything else to him. And I made up my mind. You know what? To this day, I'm going to put it in God's hands. That's what I told him. Cameron, I'm going to put this in God's hands, and, let him do this. For everyone out there, who has a dream, follow your dream. If you work hard, you'll reach your dream, but you can't slack. You have to put your trust in God, and you have to work hard to get there, because this was not an easy road. And Cameron today, everybody's out here supporting him, and he loves that within his heart, but he just wants to be a regular person where he can just walk and just wave at somebody and say hello. He doesn't care about all of this hype. He doesn't care about the name, the #1 pick. That doesn't matter. All he wants to do is play football at the end of the day. And, we're proud of him, and I just keep telling him, son, just keep God first, trust the process, and everything will be all right. And I think, it's nothing else I can say as mom, but just, do what you got to do for your kids. If you don't invest in your kids, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah. You talked about, all those naysayers and the doubts and everything. How did you guys as a family kind of block that noise out and just keep your head up and never lose faith?
We had to just keep constantly just telling him, which, Cameron's been a strong-minded kid from the beginning. He never cared what anybody said. He was just going to do what he had to do. Yeah. But, as a parent, when someone's talking about your kid, especially your mama, that hurts. Yeah. It hurts deep inside, you know what I'm saying? But you have to know when you got to start controlling your emotions for what's best for your kids. And it took me a while to get like that. My husband, he was low-key from the beginning. Yeah. Now I'm the one kind of tell him, it's all good, it's all good, But, yeah, you have to pray hard. You have to pray hard. And, and some people like him where he's at now. Some people don't. It doesn't matter, though. He's there. So
you said, you also touched on, coaches didn't see what you guys saw in him. What was it that you saw in Cam that you knew that, okay, you know what, forget about what people are saying. You saw something and you believed in it?
He had that confidence and determination. And he had that will. I'm going to do better. People don't know. When he left practice from school, we come home in the evening, his daddy would already have regiments made out for him. He wouldn't even wait till his daddy got home from work. He would pull those nets out of that garage, push them to the backyard, and he'd be working. His dad would come home, you ready to go? I've already done it. And then he worked some more. It was times when he was a little boy, we have an oak tree in the backyard, and his daddy would set up all these nets and the trampolines, and he would have Cameron just running around that tree. And I used to get mad, like, you trying to kill this boy or what? But he loved it. Yeah. He loved it. But, you look back on all these things, and it's just remarkable that he's done this. Yeah. But the whole key to this here story is to make these other kids in these small towns believe that I can do the same thing if I work hard. Yeah. block it out. Don't worry about what people say, because, nevertheless, I can't blame anything on coaches. Coaches overlook. I was a coach. I didn't do everything right. But some coaches overlook stuff. They don't see stuff. It's a lot going on. Yeah. You know what? But the thing is, we stuck with it. Cameron stuck with it, and this is what he wanted, and he made it.
Who does it get the determination from? Is it from you or Dad? Because, as a kid, kids want to play. They want to have fun. There's video games, and all this stuff, distractions. They want to hang out with friends. And then you talked about after school and practice, he went home and then just started working even more in practice. So who does he get that from?
I think he kind of got it from both of us. He started early. Yeah. But when Cameron had his mind set to do something, he was a kid where the only punishment that would work for him was taking the ball away. I don't care what kind of ball it was, because if I whooped him, he gonna still climb a tree, do what he got to do. Yeah. But if you take that ball from him, it was just like a beating. He would just cry. He slept with the ball. He did everything. So, we had to kind of put in perspective some things, because I'm a disciplinarian. I was a disciplinarian. I was the mean one in the house. Okay. Their daddy was he the nice one, like talk to him, or, your mama, she probably ain't took no medicine today, which ain't on no medicine. Y'all know how you
gotta blame it on mama, right?
How your mama is, yeah. But you need that disciplinarian, but you need somebody who they can, be a little comfortable with, because they know mama don't play, but mama got their back. Yeah. At all times, and I'm gonna fight for them at all times. If you're right. I'm not going to uphold wrong, but if you're right, I'm going to fight for you. But I think it's just a combination of both of us, because Calvin and I both are kind of determined if we see fit, or we're going to do something, or we're going to get something, or we're going to do what we got to do to get it. So. That's amazing. Cameron, he's different. Yeah. He's different. He has a small circle, as I told him. Keep a small circle, and he has a small circle. In order to be successful, you got to keep a small circle. Because some of your friends who you think you're friends, not your friends. Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much, Ms. Ward. Thank you.